Hi, I'm Pete Kaffey, Program Director at AZ Compass. This year we finished out as a top 5 program. We started off last year as the #1 team in the country. Out here at Pangos, looking for, got a couple guys that are in this tournament, and I'm here supporting and looking forward to get a couple more to complete our roster for this year.
Coach Kaffey, thank you for taking the time out to speak with us.
Yes.
Big fan of the program. Of course, we follow all your guys, from Colin Boswell, from just all of them through all these. You have so many players.
Yes.
Can you just give us a little bit of idea of what it took you to start the AZ Cup? Like, how'd you start it?
Well, just to give you a brief history of my background, I'm originally from Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I was a high school coach. Moved out here to Vegas, coached Finley Prep. That's where it all started in terms of my relationship. Had guys like Kelly Oubre, Dylan Brooks, O'Shea Brissett, PJ Washington, Alonzo Trier, and those guys. So after my time at Finley Prep, I went to Milwaukee. I had a kid named Rashad Vaughn that I was helping out. He got drafted by the Bucks, 17 overall. That didn't work out. Moved to Arizona. Met the owner out there in Arizona, and they were trying to start a prep school to increase their enrollment. And we connected, and I just told him my background. He loved what I was saying, and that's how it all started.
Okay. So, you pretty much built like a powerhouse from scratch. Yeah. You have Ty Washington. You just have a long list. How do you go about attracting top-tier talent?
We have a great staff, a great, just all-around community at, Arizona Compass, from our support staff, from our educators, administrators, and everything else. Those guys do a really, really good job. So when the kids come on visit, we have 2 skilled trainers that are just strictly, all they're doing is just training kids. Our kids get 24-hour access to our facilities. And then our coach Gibson, he does a really, really good job. He's a passionate coach. And then, it's all about the kids, man. We do whatever it takes, to put them in a position to be successful. We have a great platform. It's all about winning. My shirt said culture wins, and that's what we stand for. And so when we go after these kids and after their family, when we get them on campus, they see the vibe, they see what we got to offer. And it's hard to say no if you're trying to be on that trajectory to be an NBA player. I just feel like we have everything, the resources to expedite the process. So when you get to college, you're ready. That's why you see guys like Tata, freshman year, he's doing really, really Jabari. Went from unknown to now he's going to be a potential first-round draft pick. Deron Holmes did really well. Josh Primo last year was a 12th overall pick. Just because, when we get these guys, it's all about working.
You mentioned Deron Holmes. He is one of my favorite players. He comes from an amazing family.
Yes.
And I was shocked when I seen him go to AZ Compass because I was just like, so how do you go with not persuading, but just letting them know this may be the best situation for your future? Not where you're at is bad, but this may be the situation you need.
So we've been going after Deron since he was as a sophomore. Great family, they took the traditional route, high school. Then COVID happened, and then he was at the Pangos thing. He was on the same team as Tata. We tried recruiting him, but he went to Montverde, and things didn't work out over there. He was homesick. And then he just fell in our lap. We didn't do too much to get him. It was just a perfect situation. I think at that time we were very attractive. We were winning a lot. And then he was homesick, and and he was playing behind a couple guys, and it was just a perfect storm. And we lucked out. We got him, and we made a great run. I wish we had him in that Geico. I feel like we would have won it all.
Right,
honestly. We would have won it all.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Deron Holmes, Ty Washington, Kelly Oubre, you're naming big-time players. Give the audience a little bit idea what it was like coaching Ty Washington, because I love his game. Man,
Tata is like the ultimate competitor. People don't see the work that he puts in. I'm talking about this kid when COVID first hit. We had a scout that came to one of our practices and told him some of his weaknesses. Like, hey man, you're not a leader because you don't talk. Your body doesn't look appealing. The eyeball test is everything. Man, I'm talking about that joker was out doing COVID at 4 a.m, out on the field running with his uncle, getting his body right. The kid is just a worker. Tata came from nothing. To start off his senior year, he was ranked like I think, outside of 100 or whatever, but he's worked his butt off. He always been a great player, but I'm talking about his work ethic, his leadership skills, and he's very, very coachable. And I'm telling you right now, when it comes to a modern day of NBA, like the size and the pace and his passing ability, he fits it. And he was we had some other good players around him, but he made those guys good. A kid like Glenn Taylor now at Oregon State having success. You know what I'm saying? DeJuan Holmes, so like he is one of those guys that's gonna make people better. And it was, he still had a good year at Kentucky, but he played out of position at the 2 instead of as the 1, and he still dominated. Yeah, but it was fun coaching that kid, man. Every game we went into, we felt like we were gonna win those games, and we lost 2 games last year, and the 2 games came to Montverde in the championship and also at their place.